Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Michelle Nantucket,
This is Sean.
and welcome to Tackett and Tackett Entertainment. We are going to talk about some unknown game named Cyberpunk 2077. I think it came out last week. Not all is good in Cyberpunk land, or CD Projekt Red land, but is it their fault alone? That's going to be the discussion today. This is a slippery subject to talk about because at the end of the day, the the publisher gets the final say on when the game gets released. However, if you go back and look, there have been a disturbing trend of video games that get released before they're done because of death threats. Just in October, this is from Screen Rant, CD Projekt Red was receiving death threats over the delay of Cyberpunk. That it got delayed again. Before that, there was No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky turned into a really good game by late 2018, early 2019. But when it came out, it was a barren mess. Well, the developer of that game had to face death threats. So, in some ways, the fans are to blame too. If you're a developer or publisher, you're not going to appreciate people sending you death threats. It's going to put some pressure on you. You know, you have deadlines to meet. If you just delay a game, that should be a reason not to get mad, but to congratulate the developer and publisher that they care enough about the game to make sure it comes out right.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, this was a game that was announced way back in 2012. Now, at the time, CD Projekt Red was working on The Witcher 3. We all know that. 2016, all 80% of their focus was on Cyberpunk. I think this is a case of ambition being too big. The game should have came out in September or October of 2021. That's when this game should have came out. Nintendo is a prime example of, Nintendo has their flaws, but one of the better things about Nintendo is, especially when it comes to a special game they're working on, if they have to restart it, a la Metroid Prime 4, they will. Metroid Prime 4 got a lot of fans disappointed because it got delayed. However, it went back to Retro Studios, and Retro Studios has hired some of the best names in the industry to help work on the game. Our product testers now, and people are saying the game is going to be so ambitious and so good. It may not come out to 2022 or 2023, but when it comes out, it's going to be well worth the wait. It just boggles my mind that people get so upset over a silly delay. Look what happened with Breath of the Wild. Remember, the first trailer for Breath of the Wild was shown in June 2014. It said coming 2015, then 2016, and then 2017. But when it came out, it revolutionized open world games. Having patience is a good virtue. What do you think, Sean? What do you think could be some solutions? I think the main one is patience.
You know, when you look at The Witcher 3, look what happened when they made it for Nintendo.
Yeah.
They took their time, and it turned out great.
Yeah, it turned out... Oh, go ahead.
You have to be patient, and also, you have to learn to ignore 5-year-old children. I mean, they're going to be constant throughout. I mean, Nintendo, and I know it's hard to do. It is, because if they're threatening your life and stuff, it's hard to ignore that. That's a scary thing.
Yeah.
I mean, people need to grow the hell up and realize it's just a game.
Over the delay of a video game, you get that mad that you want to put somebody's life in danger. Video games are supposed to be fun, an escape from a terrible reality that we're in right now. Look what happened with Animal Crossing, too. Animal Crossing New Horizons benefited from the delay. Nintendo added in new stuff. They didn't do crunch. And the game came out and has sold, I'll say, around 30 million copies right now. Maybe a little more. But the delay did not hurt the game. Cyberpunk is a complete wreck on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One. It's subpar on the PS5 and Xbox One X, Series X, whatever. And it's only okay on the PC. Oh my god. I look at this is some other great companies or Square Enix, although the Avengers that should have been delayed, but Capcom. These companies will take their time. The problem isn't just developers and publishers who get a little too big for their britches. I think Review Tech USA, Dreamcast Guy, and others who are very good, like YouTubers, especially Review Tech USA, I like him. But the fact is, they're blaming the wrong people all the time. They have to look at the audience as well. When you have that much pressure on you to deliver, and people want it to the point that they will get violent if they don't get it, that could put a lot of stress on a studio. It makes me upset that a lot of people had to put up with this junk because some people are too immature to accept a delay. It's stupid, it's pathetic, and the people who did it need to get a life. Get a life, because these developers and publishers do not deserve the harassment. They have families, they have a life. They shouldn't be working 80 hours a week, 6 days a week, just to appease your impatience. Act like a grown-up. I keep hearing people say Nintendo is for kids, and I admit the Smash and Pokemon community have some toxic fans. And Nintendo has some toxic fans, but my god.
None are worse than Sony.
Yeah, Sony fans are some of the worst, and especially when it comes to patience. Because at the time, No Man's Sky was a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and the guy got death threats just over a delay. Anything else to add, Sean? Yeah, really, that's it. This is Michelle Nantucket, and that is
Sean.
And if you like the video, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so we can get more people to watch the videos. We like doing them. We also like when people watch. Please donate to our Patreon, or join our Patreon, or join our one-time payment at PayPal. Join our blog on WordPress at tacketandtacket.wordpress.com. And join our Instagram page. We have an Instagram and a TikTok. Please care, everybody, and remember, if a game gets delayed, don't flip out.